On September 20th, 2025, the Lom Sak area of Phetchabun province, Thailand, experienced one of the worst floods in 14 years. The flood was triggered by the overflowing Pa Sak River, which could no longer contain the water discharge caused by several consecutive days of heavy rain in northern Thailand. Overflow from upstream areas accelerated the river's rise, and at 9 a.m. local time, the sand embankments built by the Lom Sak municipality to contain the river began to breach in several locations. Within minutes, floodwaters swept through the city center, inundating main roads, homes, and the bustling economic zone. Water levels reached over 1.18 meters in some locations, forcing thousands of residents to evacuate. The most affected communities included Wat Thung Chon Samit, Ban Rai, the Kok Pho, Nai Muang, and Si Mungkon. In this area, water entered homes quickly, sweeping away furniture, vehicles, and merchandise. Many residents were unable to save their belongings due to the rapid rise and strong currents. Several elderly and bedridden patients had to be urgently evacuated by rescue teams from the Kok Sai Rescue Unit, which deployed ambulances, rubber boats, and medical personnel to the affected areas. The Lom Sak district government immediately established a relief coordination center at the Lom Sak District Hall. There, volunteers from the 4th Lom Sak District Volunteer Defense Force were deployed to assist residents. They consisted of 9 core staff, 4 village assistants, and 1 patrol vehicle operating in the Tan Diao sub-district and along the banks of the Pa Sak River. Their duties included monitoring the affected areas, reporting to the field commander, placing additional sandbags, and strengthening the emergency embankment in the Mu 8 area of Tan Diao. They also helped residents move crops and valuables to higher ground to prevent damage or loss. The situation worsened when, at 1 p.m., the main embankment in front of Suan Dong Tan, located on Fifth Ak Road, completely collapsed. Floodwaters from the Pa Sak River immediately surged into downtown Lom Sak with incredible force. In less than 10 minutes, water had inundated the entire main road and entered residents' homes. Panic ensued. Residents fled for their lives, carrying children, the elderly, and essential belongings to higher ground. Many were unable to rescue their vehicles, leaving them submerged and severely damaged. According to a report from Lom Sak District Chief Parkpoon Phumi, more than 7,000 households in 50 villages were directly affected by the flooding. The strong currents made evacuation extremely difficult, especially for residents living in low-lying areas without quick access to evacuation sites. The local government is working with the Royal Irrigation Department to monitor water levels. The water level was expected to stabilize around 2 p.m., but continued heavy rainfall made this prediction uncertain. Amidst this crisis, community solidarity was strong. Volunteers, including village youth and local humanitarian organizations, worked together to assist with evacuations, food distribution, and the provision of temporary shelter. The government also distributed thousands of additional sandbags to residents' homes to strengthen defenses against further flooding. In some places, residents built makeshift embankments from wood and plastic to prevent water from entering their homes. This flood not only damaged physical infrastructure but also shook the social and economic life of the Lom Sak community. Many shops closed, traditional markets were paralyzed, and educational activities were temporarily suspended. Schools were used as evacuation centers, and teachers helped with victim registration and aid distribution. In the agricultural sector, losses were severe as rice paddies and fields were submerged. Farmers lost crops that were supposed to be harvested soon, and many livestock were swept away or fell ill due to the extreme environmental conditions. Amidst the hardship, touching and inspiring stories also emerged. A young volunteer named Niren, only 19 years old, managed to rescue an 82-year-old woman from her nearly submerged house. Using a small boat and rope, Niren braved the strong currents and brought the woman to safety. This story went viral on social media and became a symbol of hope amidst the disaster. The Thai central government, through the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Health, sent additional aid in the form of logistics, medicine, and medical teams to Lom Sak. The Prime Minister issued an official statement stating that the government would compensate residents who lost their homes and livelihoods. In addition, a comprehensive evaluation of the flood control system in the Sak River area will be conducted, including repairing embankments and increasing the capacity of dams. The flooding in Lom Sak also serves as an important reminder of the need for a more resilient and responsive disaster mitigation system. Many have highlighted the weak coordination between agencies, the lack of an effective early warning system, and the limited public education on self-evacuation. Environmental experts recommend that the government strengthen drainage systems, expand green zones for water absorption, and establish local climate data centers to monitor weather changes in real time. As water levels recede in several areas, the recovery process has begun. Teams from the Department of Public Health are spraying disinfectants to prevent the spread of waterborne diseases. Psychologists and social workers have also been deployed to provide mental support to victims, especially children and the elderly who have experienced trauma. The local government has opened a complaint center and helpline to facilitate the process of claiming losses and assisting residents in their economic recovery. The massive flooding in Lom Sak is not only a natural tragedy, but also a reflection of the systemic challenges facing communities in the face of climate change and rapid urbanization. Beneath the floodwaters and debris, important lessons about community resilience, social solidarity, and the urgency of reforming spatial planning and water resource management policies are hidden. For the residents of Lom Sak, this disaster will be remembered as a dark moment that tested their strength, but also as a turning point towards more inclusive and sustainable development.
รียบร้อยใกล้สุดแล้วใกล้สุดท่อแล้ว